Ciao tutti. Hi Adam, how you doing, mate? First of all, before we start looking at the exercise and the movements, I want to say thank you to Adam. Big up, mate. I keep on following you on social media, and you've built an awesome community. So keep it up. And then second, I'm sorry for my English. It's it's been a while. So today we want to see the technique of the clean and the snatch. Before we start, there are some requirements, and then I just want to say that there is a bit of a confusion in these movements because they are practiced in two different ways mainly. One is for the specific sport, which I don't know if you know about, but there is a sport where people practice only the clean and jerk and the snatch with the kettlebell. So it's a specific sport where they have to do the movement for 10 minutes without even putting the kettlebell down, and they are allowed only to do one switch. Okay, so it's a crazy sport, really hard, and they develop throughout the years a very specific technique, which is slightly different from the one we're gonna see today. Today we're gonna see the kind of regular technique you will use in a CrossFit workout, in a functional kind of functional fitness environment, maybe on your metabolic conditioning piece of the training, and we're still gonna see the same movement, the clean and the snatch, but as in many other kind of movement, there are more ways to do an exercise. So this is the first thing. The second thing will be the requirements. Before diving into the clean and the snatch, which are not basic exercise, they are a bit more advanced. You should practice for a good amount of time the classic kettlebell swing exercise, which will be the American swing up overhead, the Russian swing, and then the Russian swing with a single arm, with one arm. Good amount of time, and I mean, you should be able to develop a fairly volume on these three exercises, a good rhythm and coordination especially. Okay, once we have developed this basic technique, we can look up the more advanced technique. In the clean, let's start with the clean. First of all, the kettlebell is going to be in this position on the clean, vertical, and I'm going to grip right here in front of the kettlebell towards me. Okay, so this will be my regular grip for the clean. I closed, obviously the thumb is on the other side, is kind of closing, and this will be my position. On the clean, especially on the clean, but also on the snatch, the other kind of mistake and confusion that there is about the movements is that the thing you learn with the swing, Russian, American, single arm, they are not developing and transferring into the clean and the snatch, especially because of the range of movement. In the first exercise, there is a big swing, like a larger movement created by only the swing. In the clean and in the snatch, because the goal is to bring the kettlebell in the shoulder, in the clean, and in the snatch overhead, the movement is slightly different. In particular, the swing is very small. Okay, so this is one of the big mistakes. So try to focus since the first try that the swing is much smaller than the big swing you guys used in the Russian or in the American swing. That's actually where I would start with both of the movements. In the clean, because the grip is this one, I would only start to play with a very small swing. Leg bent as soon as I'm reaching here, extend the leg, extend the hip, and I am here. Once again, this position, small swing here, small swing here. Okay, it's completely different from for example, a single arm Russian swing, where there is a larger movement and I arrive here. Okay, I hope guys you see the difference in between. Second, once we've done the small swing, we're gonna start bending the elbow. Once again, it's a small movement. I don't need to arrive here. As an indication, you have the kettlebell, the hand in front of your hip. You start already pulling. So the second movement will be a little bit of pulling. I can start implementing the two. There is a small swing and a pull. Swing, pull. So swing, pull. Number 3, there is the closing position. I have done the small swing, I pulled a little bit, I've pulled a little bit, and now I have to kind of zip the kettlebell in front of my chest. Okay, the ending position of the clean is this one. I got my hands here, and it's right in front of my chest with the elbows closed here. Okay, it's not up here, it's not on the side, it's in front. And that's where we're gonna start with the third, kind of progression. I'm gonna start here, and you guys can do the same thing I did. So I'm gonna put the hands here as the same as before, and then with 2 hands I'm gonna rotate and close the ear. Okay, and then we're just gonna work on the eccentric portion, so the going down portion. I'm here, I'm gonna rotate, and I'm gonna close with the thumbs towards me. Once again, standing up, rotate, and bend the legs. We try then to bring everything up together. So, from this position, 1, 2, and 3. I can even help myself with the second hand in order to allow the kettlebell to rest on the shoulder and avoiding a big thrust on the shoulder. And then I rotate, and I try again. Pull and rotate. Swing, pull, and rotate. Once you've practiced this movement, we're gonna try to do the full movement without the help of the other end. And bear in mind that there is a simple mistake that is done here, which is keeping the arm straight and bending and pulling too late. And the mistake will look like this. I'm here, I swing, it's too late, and then I bring the kettlebell here. But in reality, I want to practice my pull pretty close to my body. Okay, that's why the swing is close, because if I go too far, I'm gonna pull, and now I have to bridge this gap, and I'm gonna crush here. So I want to really stay pretty close to my body, and then pull and zip. I'm gonna show you a few more reps of the full movements. I'm here, 1, 2, and 3, and then here. It's a small swing, pull, and zip, close. Okay, this will be my progression for the kettlebell clean. Now we move into the snatch. Kind of same movement. We're gonna end up with one movement up overhead. Okay, so on the clean, the goal was to bring the kettlebell to the shoulder. Now we go up overhead. On the snatch, the position is horizontal. Okay, it's not more vertical, horizontal, and actually my hand is gonna be kind of in the middle. I don't need anymore to stay on the first bit of the kettlebell, of the grip. Right in the middle. As always, I close for a stronger grip, and this will be my starting position. Swing is the same as before, a little bit higher, not too much. If in the clean we were here, and then we start activate, the pulling part. On the snatch, we want to arrive in front of the chest. So my swing will be here, boom, in front of the chest, pull, obviously higher, and from this position, which is action number 2, action number 3 will be punch overhead. Okay, so we start with the first progression, which is just the swing. I'm here, I will go a little bit higher now, maybe as I said, chest level, from the chest, I'm gonna activate here and pull with the elbow high and outside. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So kettlebell out to the chest, and then I'm gonna bring my elbow high and outside. The kettlebell is coming closer. Number 3, same as before. We are actually starting up overhead, and we're working only on the eccentric portion, which is, you know, sometimes is the hardest part. Overhead, we are gonna be right here. I can push press the weight, and now when we are overhead, there is a flip where the kettlebell actually moves from this position. I'm gonna show you here to this position. Okay, so it's overhead, basically behind the arm, the forearm, and then it goes right under. So we're just gonna practice this kind of flip. Let's go overhead, push press from this position. I hope you can see. I'm gonna flip once again, and then obviously I'm gonna flip, and then I'm gonna kind of, you know, reaching towards the first part of the swing. So I'm here, I'm straight, forward, flip, and reach. Okay, we're gonna try to put everything together. On the snatch, the main error is on the third part, because the big mistake is that I kind of swing, pull, and then I forgot to punch up overhead, which is really important to you know, put the kettlebell in the right position and avoid, you know, the bang on the wrist. So remember, once I swing, I pull. Now I want to punch up over at the ceiling and go into the receiving position, the end part of the movement. Flip, which means I go forward, I can see the kettlebell, I flip, and then start again. I'm going to show you a right version, and then maybe the mistake and what you're feeling, and we're going to try to fix it. This position is the start. 1, 2, and 3. Flip. 1, 2, and 3. Flip down. 1, 2, and 3. A common mistake is this one. 1, 2, I don't flip, bang on the wrist. Again. 1, 2, boom. Okay? There is no anticipation, but I need to kind of punch up overhead. Here. 1, 2, boom. Okay? Again. 1, 2, and then I arrive up overhead. Okay, so this will be my progression for the snatch. Practice all the part of the movement. Obviously, start with a very light weight, and then build up to maybe you know, a heavier weight. But always, once again, develop like the good coordination and good rhythm of each portion. Then try to maybe move a little bit faster, and then you can try heavier weights. Yeah, guys, I hope I was, you know, clear enough to show you the point of performance of each lifts, and maybe some common mistakes and how to avoid them. Okay. Once again, thanks Adam, and I hope I see you soon, man. Bye bye everybody. Ciao.